on the corner of 25 West Main Street in downtown Vermillion. The spot, Winnie Mae's, is proud to support programming on Coyote News. The spot, Winnie Mae's, providing salon and spa services for men, women, and children.
Coming up on Coyote News, it's the day after this year's presidential and local elections. We'll let you know where Vermillion fits into the results, and local businesses and organizations are doing their part to fight hunger.
Also, the men's basketball team played their first ever game in the new arena. Get the latest stats on last week's exhibition game. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Sophie Heineman.
And I'm Devin Martin. First, let's get you up to date on your state and national headlines.
Donald Trump, 35th President of the United States. Hillary Clinton called Trump after a long election night to concede the race to him. Trump prevailed in multiple battleground states to reach 279 electoral votes. Clinton currently holds a small lead with the popular vote, even though she lost the election. State Constitutional Amendment R, along with 3 other ballot measures, passed the public vote Tuesday. Amendment R would create a Board of Regents system for South Dakota technical colleges. While the measure was passed, it was only by a 5,000 vote margin. And now let's take a look at the weather with Nathan Finster. Nathan?
Thanks, Sophie. Chilly nights and warm days. That's the trend that we've been seeing this week and this trend will continue throughout the rest of the weekend into the weekend. Right now it is currently 64 and sunny. Tonight temps will drop down to 40 with a little wind coming with the cooler temps. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 67 with 15-mile-per-hour winds expected to come from the northeast in the afternoon. The low will be around 36, just a couple degrees shy of the freezing temps. So if you have any plants outside, I'd suggest bringing them in if you haven't already. Veterans Day is going to see the lowest temperatures this week with a high near 54 and a low of 31. Your weekend temperatures are looking very similar to the weekday temps with a high of 58 on Saturday and a high of 62 on Sunday. The lows will be 39 and 36. And that's your Coyote weather.
Thanks, Nathan. Clay County voters head to the polls, and students experience the Hindu New Year with the Festival of Lights. Stay tuned.
This is Coyote News.
USD's Media and Journalism Department can be seen and heard all over campus. Faculty members know that hands-on experience now is the key to success after college. Get professional experience by participating in one of the many practicums offered. Have your voice heard on the radio. Edit a promo for a campus organization. Investigate breaking news stories for a weekly newspaper. Design advertisements for local businesses. Get involved with the Media and Journalism Department at USD and start your future now.
Clotique is proud to support programming on Coyote News. Located on Cottage Avenue, 1 block north of Cherry Street, Clotique offers women's apparel, footwear, and accessories.
This is Coyote News.
Vermillion voters don't often match the rest of the state, and yesterday's election was no different with the state going to Donald Trump. The Clay County Auditor was expecting a large turnout at the National Guard Armory. Clay County saw a 67% voter turnout.
I think this year's election is going to be a big one. Obviously, it's been in the news. It's been very contentious. You see things all over your Facebook feed, all over TV, everywhere. And so I think it's going to be a big voter turnout. I'm really looking forward to that.
Crum stresses the importance of voting in every election. Clay County is one of the few
since
counties
1984
in South Dakota that went to the Hillary Clinton with 51% of the popular vote.
'Tis the season for giving back. With Thanksgiving and Christmas just around the corner, Coyote News' Celeste LaCourciere finds out how one organization is encouraging others in the Vermillion community.
Since 1984, the Vermillion Food Pantry has been feeding the Clay County area. A member of USD Beta explains why he believes working with the food pantry is beneficial to individuals as well as the Vermillion community.
As a person, I definitely think you grow because not only are you doing something more than for just yourself, but you're also building those relationships with the community. And to think that people in Vermillion cannot have food on their table because they don't have the money or they don't have the access to it.
One of the major sponsors of the Vermillion Food Pantry has also been doing its part to make sure that its community doesn't go hungry.
Our big thing with our involvement is everything stays local. We want to make sure there's a large amount of food insecurity in South Dakota, especially in Clay County. So we want our damaged products, that kind of thing, to go to a local food bank so we can help the customers right in our community.
The Vermillion Hy-Vee employees also volunteer their free time to helping out the food pantry.
It's just feeling the need of the community and trying to help out whatever way we can. To say it is a good feeling is great, but I mean, there's just so much more we could be doing, and we just want to continue to improve that as the year goes on.
For Coyote News, I'm Celeste LaCourciere.
Students can visit vermillionfoodpantry.org to find out more on giving back to the community.
Students and faculty were introduced to the sights and sounds of Asian cultures. The Center for Diversity and Community hosted a Festival of Light or Diwali celebration in the Muck. The holiday marks the first day of the Hindu New Year. The celebration is important to many students.
Diwali is one of the biggest festivals that people celebrate in most of the Asian countries, and it's been celebrated in about 11 countries altogether, and it's a 5-day festival, it's not just one day.
Guests were treated to authentic food and performances. Volunteers assisted student groups to bring the celebration to USD. Organizers say the attendance this year was much higher than last year. Still to come, students have a safe ride home thanks to Vermillion Public Transit. And with the temperatures dropping, Daniel Keller gives his tips for winter fashion in this week's blog. We'll be right back.
This is Coyote News.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically.
You gotta love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
The Coyote Twin Theaters in downtown Vermillion, providing entertainment Tuesdays through Sundays. A proud supporter of USD student media.
This is Coyote News.
As the semester is coming to a close, stress can start mounting on college students. Anxiety can come from anything from research papers to finals to this year's election results. Students have several resources they can turn to on campus. The Student Counseling Center offers free single and group sessions and crisis management. Students experiencing anxiety, depression, or even eating disorders can get help at the center. Counseling is offered weekdays from 8 to 5 in the Cookhouse.
The Dakota Dome is home to South Dakota High School Football State Championships. And with 7 games in 3 days, a lot of planning is needed. Coyote News' Crystal Schoenbauer is live in the Muck with the manager for the event. Crystal? The South Dakota Highway Patrol is planning to set up 17 sobriety checkpoints during the month of November. And this week's Yote Report, Cassidy Cornell takes a look at how one local program keeps drunken drivers off the road.
In 2015, there were 41 deaths caused by drunk driving in South Dakota. That is a 6.8% decrease from 2014. Vermillion is doing its part to cut down on drunk driving deaths through the Safe Ride program. Michelle Turner is the coordinator for the Safe Ride program.
Safe Rides was established in 2004. It was a pilot program, and we wanted to use it to see if we could decrease DUIs. It was very successful and hence has been now partnered with Vermillion Public Transportation, the Department of Highway Safety, and we've been continuing doing it since then. We average about 10,000 rides an academic year.
The Safe Ride program, which is more commonly known by students as the Drunk Bus, is partially funded by the State Department of Highway Safety. On a local basis, the program has a partnership with SESDAC. Eric Erlenmeyer is a USD student and a Safe Ride monitor.
I take care of the phone calls. People want rides, people ask for rides, so they call in, and I'm the one who answers. I help navigate. I write down addresses. I'm generally responsible for the people on the bus.
The Safe Ride program has had many positive effects for the town of Vermillion.
We've seen a decrease in sexual assaults, a decrease in vandalism, a decrease in loitering, a decrease in public urination the nights that Safe Rides runs.
For the Yote Report, I'm Cassidy Cornell.
The Safe Ride program is free to USD students and the public on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights.
This week for Coyote Blog, Daniel Keller talks women's winter fashion. Daniel?
As we make our way through the month of November, we're all waiting on winter to strike, be it through a snowstorm, a cold snap, or a hard freeze. Being in South Dakota, we know it's coming. But, ladies, fear not, because there's a ton of trends that'll keep you both warm and stylish this winter. As I talked about last week, I live for layering. And I caught up with Blair to find out what she thinks of the trends popping up this winter.
So from what I've been seeing, what's been coming in the store and selling really well, I would say suede is still huge, bell sleeves, lace-up detail, whether that's on the front or the back of a top or a dress, camo or olive green has been like huge, vests have been going like crazy. Pretty much any layering piece though to kind of transition that summer to fall to winter wardrobe, I would say that's definitely a must-have. I would wear them with anything.
Let us know what you thought of these trends and if you have any favorite trends of your own by tweeting us at Coyote News. For Coyote Blog, I'm Daniel Keller.
Thanks, Daniel. After the break, USD men's basketball prepares for the season with an exhibition game. Stay with us.
This is Coyote News.
USD's Media and Journalism Department can be seen and heard all over campus. Faculty members know that hands-on experience now is the key to success after college. Get professional experience by participating in one of the many practicums offered. Have your voice heard on the radio. Edit a promo for a campus organization. Investigate breaking news stories for a weekly newspaper. Design advertisements for local businesses. Get involved with the Media and Journalism Department at USD and start your future now.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically.
You gotta love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
This is Coyote News.
Tonight on Coyote Sports, we have intramural basketball highlights and the men's basketball team won a big exhibition game. I'm Celeste LaCourciere.
And I'm Devin Reiners. The football team's preparing for a matchup with SDSU. And the Dakota Dome is hosting the high school football championships. But first, Nathan Finster has our headlines. Nathan?
USD volleyball player Audrey Reig has been named the October Summit League Female Athlete of the Month. This is the first time Reig has won the award, although she's received the Conference Player of the Week award 3 times. Reig collects the program's first Volleyball Athlete of the Month award since the Coyotes joined the Summit in 2011. She helped lead the Coyotes to a 7-2 record during the month. USD senior diver Grayson Herding has been named the Summit League Women's Diver of the Week. Herding wins the award for the third time this season and for the 28th time in her career, extending her league record. Herding won 3 out of 4 events she competed in this past weekend. She swept the 1 and 3 meter dives against Northern Iowa. Against the Iowa Hawkeyes, Herding won the 3 meter diving event and was runner-up in the 1 meter dive. And those are your headlines.
Thanks, Nathan. Co-recreational basketball is in full swing. The Bodacious Ballers took on going into OT last week at the Wellness Center. We pick up the action in the third quarter where the Bodacious Ballers held a 2-point lead. Both teams swapped the lead back and forth. Rachel Oyen sinks a 3-point shot to tie the game at 25-25 going into the fourth quarter. Christina Silver took over the game for going into OT in the fourth quarter. Silver scored 6 points in the final 5 minutes to give her team their victory of the year. The final score was 37-34. There are numerous opportunities to get involved with intramurals at USD coming up. From indoor soccer tournaments to a paper airplane contest. Contact Connor Singheisen for more information.
The men's basketball team broke in the new arena with a 106-76 win over Loras College. Coach Craig Smith says they chose to do an exhibition game in hopes it would help their young team increase game experience. Fans were out and cheering for the Coyotes on Friday in the new venue. Smith says they agreed to play Loras late in the process and other teams were not available. However, Coach says they were thrilled about the opportunity. The Yotes open the season this Friday night in Des Moines against Drake. The home opener for both the men's and women's teams is Sunday night against Bowling Green. South Dakota high school football teams are competing for a state title in the Dakota Dome this week. Each of the 7 classes will crown a new state champion by the end of the weekend. The first 3 games are tomorrow. Gregory takes on Webster area in the Class 9AA contest. Then Warner clashes with Coleman Egan in Class 9A at around 1:30. And Cologne battles Langford area in Class 9B at 7:30. On Friday afternoon, Winter takes on Groton area in Class 11B, and Mitchell faces off with Harrisburg in Class 11AA at 7. On Saturday afternoon, T area battles Madison in Class 11A, and in the nightcap, Sioux Falls, Washington clashes with Brandon Valley.
The USD football team travels to Brookings this weekend for a matchup against in-state rival SDSU. The Coyotes are coming off another close loss to Southern Illinois. After falling behind 35-14 in the fourth quarter, the Coyotes rallied to come within just 7 points. But after failing to score on 4 consecutive plays from inside the Saluki 5-yard line, the Coyotes fell 35-28. The Jackrabbits are coming into a game after a decisive 49-24 home victory over Missouri State. The Yotes need a victory to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Kickoff is scheduled for Saturday afternoon at 2 at the Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium.
That's a look at sports. Next, we asked students to predict the election results. Stay with us to see if they were correct.
This is Coyote News.
Cash has always been fast, but now it's faster than ever. Digital monetary donations are the best way to support disaster victims because they are fast, sustainable, and flexible.
This is Coyote News.
In this week's Out and About, we asked students to predict the results of yesterday's election. Here's what they said.
I still think Hillary will win just because despite the email scandal that is happening, I still think she'll win.
I think Clinton's going to win the election because Trump is too radical for the general public.
Hillary Clinton because I think people will know that Donald Trump is an idiot.
I think Trump might because all the scandals with the emails that are just coming out with that one dude, I can't remember his name.
Oh, God. I think Hillary Clinton's going to win, just because less people hate her.
I think Hillary Clinton will win the election because she's more qualified than Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, because he is getting away with the people and he's not being investigated by the FBI.
Why? I don't know. I feel like she's the least polarizing of the options.
Hillary Clinton, because she is not a suspected rapist.
Pick up a copy of today's Volant to read about the last Saturday's TEDx event and a story about a USD student who served as a campaign manager for a state house candidate. That's all for Coyote News. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
And stay tuned after the newscast for the latest installment of Roommates, followed by our USD-SDSU rivalry special, Battle in Brookings. Hear from players, coaches, and student commentators about this weekend's matchup.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, Bombo.
Come on, Roomie. Join us.
Look, man, if I don't finish this letter to my mom, okay, she misses me, all right?
Oh, writing a love letter to your mom, Roomie? You best put that on pause, because it's prime time to do some Sasquatch hunting.
But, Bombo, if I don't...
No buts, Roomie. If you don't get in this car right now, I'm not buying dinner.
All right, Bombo, if I'm doing this, you're taking me to Dairy Queen. All that Chinese hung dong stuff.
Whatever you say, Roomie. Whatever you say.
Bombo, told me we're getting Dairy Queen, and who is this guy?
This guy, Roomie, his name's Hunter the Hunter.
Them Sasquatches can hear from miles away. Let's go.
Like I said, Roomie, he might be one of the best Sasquatch hunters all around here, even the whole world. Let's go, Roomie.
The key to being a master hunter, young buck, is always be a mind of your surroundings.
Yes, Master. Hunter, teach me your ways. The air's a little thin. We're gonna have to preserve our lungs.
Exactly, but you have to recognize the runt in the group. We're gonna need some bait, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, but...
No buts. If you want to be a master hunter, you know what to do.
Can we slow down?
Sasquatch turd.
Male. Definitely male.
23 years old?
447 pounds according to my calculations.
Are you guys touching crap?
Shh. Runt.
You're killing me.
If you want to be a master hunter, you know what to do.
You're killing me.
Let's go, Rowan!
You fool! What's going on?
Come on, Rowan.
Bombo, wait, what just happened, man?
Dude, freaking Hunter the Hunter wanted me to freaking throw you out and have Sam squash bait.
What? And you chose me?
Yeah, he chose you. You were the freaking run of the group, but I decided to throw him instead because nothing comes between you and me, Rumi. We're best friends.
All right, all this walking though's got me starving. Can we get some Dairy Queen now?
No, I'll buy some Hong Dong.
Bombo.
I wonder why they call it freaking Hong Dong. On me.
Remember this, Bombo.
You can pretty much throw the stats out the window. Both teams are going to play with all their heart and soul.
Just the rivalry.
The in-state rivalry.
The rivalry. I mean, anytime you have an in-state rivalry.
This is the Battle for Brookings preview show.